Welcome back to another podcast. This is your host, Brother Sean Brumfield, and this is Pulpit to the Pew. I've got Brother Ryan Brown today.
Hey, everybody.
And Brother Jonathan Mitchell.
What's going on?
Oh, how you guys doing today?
Man, we're doing good. Well, at least I am. I can't speak for Jonathan. You never know about him.
I'm doing great. Glad to know your head's better.
Well, I don't know about how far I would say that my head is better.
Well,
it's just not hurting.
You just made fun of me when I had a headache when I missed, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I can't. The thing is, I'm not good at picking on you like you are picking on me. I'm just not as good at it as you. You're just fantastic at picking on me.
Yeah, I know.
You can
I know
push
how to
my
push
buttons.
man.
You push my buttons really well.
It's good. It's fun.
It
I
is
have
fun.
made it my mission. In fact, I actually had people text me when you started in on the cookie stuff that you need to make it your mission to push his buttons. Oh, I do.
Can I ask who it was?
I won't reveal my sources. Happy National Be Nice to Bugs Day, everybody. And it's not Bugs Bunny. It's talking about bugs. You know, the creepy crawlies.
I wish I had
What's up, Docs?
I wish I had.
It's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, but it's not Bugs. I just said it's not
I know,
Bugs
but
Bunny.
you just made me think of it. Just popped in my head. What's your favorite bug?
I don't know. I killed a bunch of bugs today.
We could also say Happy International Town Criers Day, but we don't really mess with town criers anymore.
I know some criers.
We could say Happy National Mac and Cheese Day.
That's a one I could get behind.
I'm good with that one.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of mac and cheese?
Doesn't matter.
Not baked. Out of all of them, baked is my least favorite. I can do baked, but baked is my least
Baked
favorite.
is my favorite.
My least favorite. I like it creamy. Baked
That's
is
me.
not creamy.
That's me.
Baked is clumpy.
I want it as creamy and
You can have baked
Nope.
creamy.
I have never
Yeah.
in my life have I ever had anybody make a baked mac and cheese that is creamy. It's always clumpy. I
kind
like
of-
it milky. I like it creamy, cheesy, and milky.
I think I'm inclined to agree with Brother Ryan on this one.
I don't like it wet.
Well, it's not necessarily wet. It's cheesy and creamy.
I don't care how I get it. I
I
want
like
it.
the 5 cheese baked where it's a little bit crispy on top and you pull it out and it's all that stringy goodness
But it's not creamy.
oozing out.
I just love mac and cheese. I can take it any way I get it. Just
I mean,
to
don't
be-
get me wrong. I will
Just
eat,
to be honest,
I will eat Kraft with the next guy.
I love mac
Okay,
and cheese.
Yeah.
so let me take back something I said. Kraft is my least favorite macaroni and cheese.
But it's the most cost
I
effective.
can't stand the, and it goes back to being clumpy. Powdered cheese.
Just add more milk to it and
Yeah.
butter.
It never tastes right. Never
My
tastes right.
like if we're gonna get pre-made mac and cheese, I'm definitely gonna go for Velveeta.
Shells and cheese all day long.
Velveeta.
I don't think
Or-
I've ever
or
had
make your own.
Velveeta.
Crucify him.
I don't think I've ever had Velveeta before.
Oh man.
Are
you serious?
I
You've
don't
never
think-
had shells and cheese?
I don't think so. I probably have, and I just don't remember it. I just like mac and cheese, so I don't really care how I get it.
I also like how you can get pre-made Bob Evans mac and cheese at Walmart now. You just
That's
put
so
it in the
That's so
microwave for like 5 minutes and
Even their pre-made
Boom.
mashed potatoes are good.
Yeah.
They're not like regular homemade mashed potato, but that makes perfect sense. But just they're good.
So, seeing how I wasn't here last week, I want to say I had some back feed on the whole cookie debacle.
What
back
cook-
feed.
Yeah, some.
I don't
some-
even remember what I said.
You said that Oreos,
Are overrated, and Jared agreed with me. Yeah, that was from us a couple weeks ago.
but you
That
asked the
was
question
last week.
You asked the question. That what? Well, yeah, that was last week. You asked the question: if you had no milk, what cookie would you eat? And I had several people say, "I don't want to eat a cookie if I don't have any milk."
you guys said that, and I wasn't debating that. Milk makes a cookie infinitely better. Okay, I'm not debating you on that. But I'm saying if a cookie needs milk, it's not a good cookie.
I wish we were on video right now. I wish people could see what we're seeing.
It's fine.
No, I had several people say, much like how you guys had several people give you that they can't believe that I said that Chick-fil-A is overrated. I had several people come to me and say, "What's wrong with Jonathan? Oreo cookies are good with or without milk."
I'm not saying Oreos are bad. They're just not the best cookie.
Right, like I never said that
I know you
Chick-fil-A
did,
was bad. They're just overrated. I get what you're saying. I was just saying I had to tell you that.
Oreos are not that good of a cookie. I'm sorry. They're good, but they're not that good.
Yeah.
A chocolate chip cookie is way better.
So I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Maybe we have. What's your favorite candy bar of all time? What's your favorite candy bar?
Is a Reese's considered a candy bar?
I think so. I mean,
No, Reese's is not a candy bar.
That or
okay.
Hershey's
So
milk
where do you
chocolate
buy
bar.
them at?
Huh?
What aisle do you buy a Reese's from?
The candy section.
The candy bar aisle.
Yeah, it's next to all the other candy bars. That's why I was asking the question.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say that I will count it because while it might not necessarily be in bar form,
Are you going to Google it right now?
it's still a candy.
Absolutely.
So is Reese's your favorite?
Yeah. If
so
it's considered a candy bar,
So what is it? Just the normal Reese cup?
yeah, absolutely.
So what about you, Sean?
Yeah, according to Google, just real quick, yes, Reese's is a brand known for its candy bar, particularly the classic Reese's peanut butter cups, which are widely considered a candy bar.
Okay. So what's yours?
I don't know. It's probably, honestly, it's probably a Twix bar.
Really?
Are you a left or a right Twix?
I eat them both at the same time. Just probably sacrilegious.
Yeah, that's like
I eat a Kit Kat bar. I don't break the Kit Kats.
That's like opening up a yeah.
Now
See,
that
that's
is
wrong too.
sacrilegious,
That's
but-
also like opening up a pack of Pop-Tarts and just biting into both of them at the same time.
Okay, that's weird.
Dude, that's dryness overload. It's that you do need milk with. Can we all agree?
Yeah.
Say aye.
We'll come together in a
That's a
form.
coffee thing for me.
Yeah, no, so you gotta have drink nonetheless for.
So,
You can't eat a Pop-Tart dry.
so
There's no way.
I'm going to say that mine is normally Snickers. Like if I'm real quick go to, it's a Snickers or Payday. It's kind of one of my mood changes. So it depends
growing
if I
up,
want like a chocolate
I don't
or
like
if I want
caramel.
just the.
Dude, when I was in middle school, my favorite was a Butterfingers.
I like the flavor of Butterfinger. I hate the effect of the Butterfinger.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like the toffee stuff that sticks.
Yeah,
to your
it sticks
teeth.
to your.
Are
yeah.
you ready for what I think? I'm curious what the most underrated chocolate bar that nobody likes, but I think is up there. It's probably my third favorite behind the Hershey's. Is a Three Musketeers bar.
I knew that's where you were going, and do you want to know why it is my least favorite?
Why?
Because I had 4 years of my life where I had braces, and I had a teacher who rewarded good students with full-size candy bars. So she's giving away Milky Way, she's giving away Snickers. I mean, she's giving away like my favorite stuff.
But you couldn't eat it.
But she said, because you have braces, you can't have these. And so I got to me, it was like I was treated like the redheaded stepchild of the class. Everybody else gets the top
John knows
tier.
all about that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way. So
I have red hair.
the other day, my wife, she came to me and she asked me, she said, "How do you always have so much candy?" And I looked at her and I said, "I've always got Twix up my sleeves."
That Alani just tried to kill him. Oh my word.
You okay over there, Jonathan?
That caught me so off guard. Oh my god.
Honestly, I was not expecting that either.
I'm back, guys. I'm back.
I was mid drinking my Alani. That almost came out of my nose and it did not feel good at all. That was good.
I thought you were going to have a serious point here for a minute.
So the reason why, so your end of your story is the teacher gave you Three Musketeer bars when everybody else.
Yeah, that's what I got all the time. And I got so sick and tired of Three Musketeers. There's only so many times that I can eat a Three Musketeers.
I don't know why I like them and then nobody likes them.
The only thing that has flavor on a Three Musketeer bar is the chocolate coating. The nougat has absolutely no flavor
I thought it
whatsoever.
was like a marshmallow, it's very soft.
That's a nougat.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what it's
Okay.
considered. It's considered nougat. And take it from somebody who got to the point to where they hated eating it so much that they figured out new ways to eat a Three Musketeers. I got to where I would eat all the chocolate off of around it and then just eat the nougat by itself. And the nougat has absolutely no flavor
Really?
whatsoever. Oh, yeah.
I must enjoy the texture of it. I like the texture of it. The soft in the middle. It's very nice.
Yeah, you also eat Jell-O for dessert too, don't you?
No. I'll eat Jell-O, but I don't.
I
eat it for
like
dessert.
mashed taters because it's soft.
I want to interject one too that's really good, and it's hard to find, but a dark chocolate Milky Way.
Dark chocolate,
They
dark
are
chocolate
so
Milky Way is
good.
good.
So I've never been a dark chocolate fan.
What?
I don't like the bitter taste
Oh,
of
I
it.
love them.
But I will say the Dove dark chocolate that they make
Mhm.
is my favorite dark
Well,
chocolate.
Dove is like top tier chocolate.
It is really good, which is weird because they're a soap company.
Yeah.
But I definitely, so for me, my top 5 candy bars. I'll give
Is
you,
it the same company? Is it?
I think it looks like the Dove. It's got the little Dove emblem.
Well, there's only a few ways that you can make a
Go to
Dove
Google,
emblem.
find that out real quick. I may look stupid, but it's fine. My top 5 candy bars. Redheaded stepchild. Here we go. Reese's,
Go on, carry on. I'll find it for you.
Reese's, plain old Hershey's milk chocolate bar, 3 Musketeers, Fast Break, Reese's Fast Break bar, and then probably Kit Kats.
Okay, so Dove chocolate and Dove soap is not made by the same company, even
it's-
though they
Look at the way that Dove is spelled on the chocolate bar.
writing is almost exactly the same.
That's why I thought that. So
except Dove chocolate's got a connected cursive-esque writing.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's
It's fine.
hilarious.
It's okay.
You threw me off guard on that one.
So
Which part?
Just the fact that you threw out that it's made by a soap company.
I thought it was. I thought it was interesting because like I said, you're not supposed to eat soap unless you say bad words.
No, you're not even supposed to eat soap.
then
Well, that was I
you
know.
just
it's-
rinse your mouth out.
You're not. It's not
I
like
didn't
I'm
have to
gonna.
worry
It's
about
my
it.
parents when they use that rinse your mouth out with soap. They never said I'm going to make you eat it. They just said I want to rinse your.
I never
mouth
had to worry
out
about
with
it. I never worried about. I never said bad words in front of my mom, so I didn't have to worry about it.
My mom didn't use them just for bad words.
Oh, okay.
So back to like snacking.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Before we go off the rails,
So you mentioned Pop-Tarts and coffee.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what's one of my favorite snacks to eat with coffee? And it's just salted peanuts. I think salted peanuts and coffee is like the best combination ever. It's like the Christian version of wine and cheese.
I wonder why. So
I don't drink wine.
I said it's the Christian version.
What's the
So instead of
Sorry, I was reading a text message.
So
I completely
instead-
just missed that whole reference.
like-
All I heard was
So
wine and cheese, and pastor rose up in
instead
me.
of wine and cheese like
Yeah.
the world,
Yeah.
peanuts and coffee are so delicious together.
Do you know what's better?
What?
Peanuts and Coke.
I could see that.
I've had that, but there's something about that peanut that puts some sweetness into your coffee that I
Yeah,
like.
that's why I wouldn't eat peanuts and coffee together.
See, I think peanuts is good.
If
just
you
period.
If you put peanuts in a glass and then pour your Coke over it.
I'm not doing that. Right?
No,
That's
I'm dead
disgusting.
No, it's not. It's actually really, really good. I'm
Is
dead
it-
serious.
Okay, is
A
it
lot of people do that.
is it weird that I like eating candy with pop? Like I like the mixture of flavors.
No, I don't
So
think
you like sugar on sugar?
Yeah, but the different flavors of sugar.
when I was a junior.
The look I just got from Sean
When I was
of
when
disappointment.
I was a junior in high school, going into my senior year, my dad took a church that was 45 minutes away from my school, and we ended up moving because they had a parsonage there, and we ended up moving to the
And a pear
parsonage.
tree.
And I talked to my mom and dad about it, and I was like, "Look, I've got a year and a half left. I've been to the same school my whole life. I've been basically with the same people my entire school career. I really don't want to go half a junior year and a senior year and graduate from a different group. I don't want to start all over again. That would
Right.
be torture."
That would be horrible.
So I drove every morning. I drove about an hour to school every day, hour back, hour, and that's what I did my junior and senior year. My breakfast was either a Code Red Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew. At that time, they had the Pitch Blacks that started coming out, the grape.
Yeah, the grape flavor.
So what got me going in the mornings, because at this time I wasn't a coffee drinker, it was one of the flavors of Mountain Dews, and it was a Payday. That was my go-to breakfast every morning.
I had something similar when I worked in Lima. This was when I was a full-blown adult and I was driving an hour to work. I would stop and get a fast break bar and a Mountain Dew. That was my breakfast.
I would do fast breaks too, but fast breaks give me heartburn for whatever reason. I can't figure
And
it
fast
out.
breaks hurt my teeth. I don't know why.
They do.
I've never had
I'm
cavity.
getting old, man. I eat lettuce, and it's like God saying, I didn't create lettuce for man to consume. It's for rabbits, because I will burp up lettuce. I will burp up a salad all day long.
That's not what I was expecting you to say next.
I'll have heartburn, and I'll.
I
Is
thought
it the
you know.
dressing
I
that you
thought
use?
you were going to
No,
say
it's the lettuce. It's the lettuce itself. That's all I taste.
I thought you were going to say you find unprocessed lettuce.
No. So I got another question for you. Something that I have kind of no. I mean, this is just our intro, and we're always touting being the podcast of ADD. Have you ever noticed that if somebody, mainly I find it with I see it with the women persuasion, the female group, that when somebody compliments an outfit, they say thank you and they tell you where they bought it from. Have you ever noticed that?
No. Yes.
Which one is it?
It's yes, because my wife does it.
Yeah.
I just now realized that. Someone
Yeah.
will be like, I love that shirt. My wife will say, thank you. I got it from
Yeah.
most of
It's
the
all
time
the
it's
time.
Shein.
Yeah.
That's, I initially thought no, because I never hear it, but then it just re-epiphanized in my head that my wife does it all the time.
Yeah.
As a man, no. I like that ball cap.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Thanks.
yeah. I mean, but
That's why he said it was from the female
doesn't-
persuasion.
I find it more with the
I know
ladies.
that's what I'm saying. I've never heard it
I noticed
personally.
it the other day when my wife had complimented somebody's outfit, and they were like, "Thanks, Goodwill." And I just kind of watched it, and then I started rolling back in my head, and my wife does it too. Like, "Thanks, I got it from."
Because you know what the process is? The whole time they're going, that's really nice. I should really ask her where they got that from, but I'm too embarrassed to say. So then
No,
you think,
see-
well, I'm just going to go ahead and tell them where I got it from.
See, my wife doesn't normally ask where somebody gets an outfit. Like it, you know, everybody's sense of style is different. So my wife is not necessarily one of the ones that's always asking where they get something. Every so often she does.
I'm not saying that she is.
But-
What I'm saying is the female persuasion is to already ask. Is the overthinking of them may want to know where I bought this.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny. Like, I want to start answering that question myself. The problem is I don't know where I get it.
Let's change it though. Instead of outfits, it's pocket knives.
Yeah. Well, I
Guns.
don't. Most of my pocket knives are gifts from Christmas.
Yep,
So I'm like,
that's-
thanks, under the Christmas tree.
Wait, you guys don't buy pocket knives?
No.
I don't need to.
I have them. Why do I need to buy
Yeah.
more?
Don't ask me if I buy pocket knives. Though.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Where do you get your pocket knives from?
Everywhere.
dude, I've got 4
Flea
kids
markets.
and I got 4 kids and all that stuff. I don't have time to buy or money to blow on pocket knives as
I
much
agree
as I'd
with
like
that.
to right now. I'd love to.
I
I've got-
guess come to think about it, none of you guys have ever been like, "Hey, check out this new pocket knife I got."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I do all the time. I'm like, "Hey, check this out."
yeah. I almost broke one last week.
I,
let me look at.
If I'm buying a pocket knife, I'm buying like a $20 pocket knife that I don't care if I lose and I don't care if it breaks. And I'll use it until I can't use it no more, and then I'll buy me a $20 pocket knife. I have very few. I have one case knife that actually spent money on, and I didn't even spend money on it. My wife bought it for me. It was like an $80 peanut, and I will not carry it. I keep it at home.
So I have one pocket knife that I carry. I have a bunch of knives. I don't know where they are. They're spread abroad somewhere in my house at some point. I'll stumble upon them randomly, but I have one that is my grandfather's. It was my papa's that he gave me, and I carry it. It's a buck. It's just a buck pocket knife. Super. It's sentimental to me. That's why I carry it. I carry it everywhere. I actually, surprisingly though, I'm technically lying because I don't have it on me today, but it's at my house. I know where it is. So
Yeah. Now, I will say, though, with men in outfits, especially amongst preachers,
Shoes.
suits.
yeah, the suits thing is where I was
Because a
going.
lot of times preachers try to find the deals on suits. So if you don't find them in like Goodwills or something, a lot of times if you're like, man, I really like that suit. Most of the time you have to ask where you get it from to get it. But a lot of times, especially if something was like a good deal, it'd be like, man, if you went over there, you could buy 2 suits, get 2 free or something like that.
That's-
KNG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I I would say suits. And then I've noticed like another thing since I wear long sleeves or whatever, people ask me certain button ups, especially in the summer. They're like, what button ups can I buy that won't make me die of a heat stroke?
Yeah.
And the Columbia, like the fishing shirts, the fishing button up.
Oh
ones,
yeah.
those
I
are
love those. I don't ever buy Columbia brand.
No,
No.
Yeah.
Magellan.
I don't think I've ever tried
I
that.
don't know if mine's Magellan or not.
Magellan's the best.
Whatever I got on Amazon.
They're
My wife bought them for me.
They're rather than $70 a pop, they're like 25.
Yeah.
Well, I bought the ones that I bought, which I don't have anymore because I wore them out. The ones that I bought were like, I bought them at an outlet and they were like $20 a piece.
Yeah.
They were the fishing ones. I liked them a lot. They're nice.
My brother is a hat addict, and I think we went to Columbia one time and he spent like $50 on a hat and he bought 3 or 4 of them. You're like, holy cow, dude! Like, go to Walmart, buy 200.
Yeah, I won't spend $40 on a hat.
Yeah, I think that's
There ain't no way. I got enough hats. I'll buy some like Men of Faith. I'll buy a Men of Faith hat, but I'm not. Those aren't even $40.
Yeah, but they're like
You know what I mean?
25.
Right. So you want to get an insight of how my mind works? Because you're kind of getting an insight of it now. So talking about all this, did you ever wonder where pirates got their hooks?
J.C. Penney.
Have you ever wondered? I wondered that.
I don't know.
I don't know if there's that many pirates that had hooks. I think that
Yeah.
was just a.
They got it from secondhand stores.
I'm not giving you that.
I didn't know it was going to be another joke. I thought it was just really him being curious. I will say it's impressive the amount of these little like one-liner jokes that you have. It's very impressive.
I have fun.
That's why we miss you when you're not here.
Bro, he just looked at me like all content, like, I'm having a good time.
Hey, look, I am who I am,
I'm
guys.
just happy to be here.
I'm back. You miss me.
I do.
Look.
Which is funny because usually when you're not here, my blood pressure stays at an even keeled level compared to when you are here. It goes up. But it's fun. I miss you when you're not here.
Oh, man. Did you guys have a good 4th?
I'm trying to think about it. Yeah. I had a good 4th.
We were camping and it was hot. But yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Been very hot.
Yeah.
In a serious note, I will say that I've been praying for those families in Texas. That tragedy that's happened. I was reading something up on it, and they said that the rainfall came, and they got like 6.5 inches in like just a couple hours.
Yeah.
And that ground, that clay and sand, it's not made to absorb, and they were in kind of drought-like conditions, and so it raised those. And I couldn't imagine. My heart breaks for those families that lost those children.
Yeah, when I read about the girls that were swept away,
Yeah.
that really tore me up. I couldn't imagine hearing that phone call.
I was reading a story about a young man who I think they said maybe 6 months prior to completing his Coast Guard life swimmer training, he got called there, and he ended up saving 165 people by himself. They said he was the first one on the scene, and he knew that they didn't have anybody else to help if he didn't do something. And so he was able, out of 200 people, he was able to save 165. And, that's a feat in of itself. But I've been seeing pictures, and I've been seeing, like, I can't imagine being those first responders at the same time.
Wait. He lived, right?
Yeah, this guy lived.
Okay, the way you were putting
He
that
said-
out
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
I was
No,
thinking like,
but
did this guy
think
die?
No, but think about it though. These first responders also, like, I'm praying for the families, but I'm also praying for the first
Oh, yeah,
responders
for
that's
sure.
having to find. Could you imagine?
Well, I thought so for my career, one of my career paths, I thought about becoming a firefighter. I was really genuinely
Mhm.
considering it. But then it dawned on me what I would come across.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, because you think firefighter, I'm just going to a house fire. Well, no, they respond to car wrecks and certain things they respond to, and the
Mhm.
things that you would come up on. It would be terrifying, and it would be mortifying. It would be, how could you, like, it takes a special person, because the way it would stick with me so hard, like coming up, and like even those little girls and stuff that got swept away specifically, like as a parent, you try to not, like, that is my biggest fear. Like
Yeah.
as a parent, something happening to my kids that's out of my control, whether they're kidnapped or something like that, where like I can't, it almost makes me smothery because of how that makes me feel. But the bravery, well, even like kind of you were talking about how he saved 165, and I instantly went to the dude from Hacksaw Ridge, the medic that saved like
Yeah.
those guys that are willing to do so much that they're throwing themselves
Yeah.
in the line of fire or in a dangerous situation to save others. Like my hat goes off to them and to their families, because their families are there too with them.
Yeah.
So
It is like I said, in all seriousness, I have been praying nonstop. My heart breaks for those families. I've been reading of some wonderful stories of miracles where they've been finding some that's still alive, but unfortunately, those stories, the longer it goes out, are few and far between. And I mean, think about it. You send your kid to a youth camp, and the last thing that you expect to hear is they've been swept away. You know, I just so my prayers are with those families. It is definitely heartbreaking, and it should get everybody's attention too. We get so caught up in the busyness of life. We get so caught up with everything that we have going on. I mean, let's face it, the days are going by faster than they've ever been. You know, 24 hours doesn't feel like 24 hours anymore. It feels like you just wake up and you're preparing dinner and getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
The days are just flying by. And so it should get us to that point where we need to say, I have got to take a moment, and I have got to make sure that I am purposely every single day appreciating what God has given me. I'm blessed myself with a beautiful, wonderful wife and 4 wonderful children. And to think that at any given moment, because life is just that. Life is fleeting. The scripture says that, you know, what is your life? It is but a vapor. It's fleeting. We have no control over it. But to live with, did I make sure that I took the time to truly enjoy? So I do think it is necessary for all of us to take some time in the busy day and really enjoy the blessings that God has given us. And I hope that this is something where churches and people alike rally around these people, because the pain that they're feeling, I can't even imagine. But at the same time, we need to look at it and say, you know, I have another day where I can enjoy my family, and I need to make sure that I'm very purposeful with that.
and you make sure you tell the ones you love that you love them.
Mm-hmm.
There doesn't a day go by that I don't tell my kids and my wife and other people in my family, like, and people that I'm close to.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them I love them all the time. Like, it's just because I never want, because part of it, of the things I've experienced in my life can be over so quickly. And 1 minute, the person that, you know, is in front of you isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
So like, I make it very clear. I want everybody to know how I genuinely feel about them. And that's that I love you. And I never, even if me and Mariah have a spat, I never end it without saying I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if I have to discipline my kids, I never go without telling them that I love them. It's just, I make it it's such an important part for me, because like I said, you are not guaranteed another moment.
Yeah.
So I feel for those parents. Man, what a tragedy it was. What a sad thing. And we do need to pray for them. I agree. So
Yeah, when you get that call, and it's like, it's obviously a God thing. I don't know if you've ever had this happen before, but it's like right before you pick up the phone, you get that feeling of dread
Mm-hmm.
coming from it. And I mean, I've had times I picked up the phone, and as soon as I say hello, sometimes I don't even get hello out. I just say, "What happened?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?" Like, I just something bad happened. Tell me what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I remember a circumstance with with a backslider one time that he was young. He was probably, I don't know, he's probably 25, 26. And been out of church for a while, and he went and was cutting down trees.
Yeah.
And simply went and grabbed a branch that was sitting on a live wire, and he couldn't let go, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
And you hear stuff like that all the time, and when you take into perspective of what's happening in that moment, there's no words that can say, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have. Yeah, it's said and done. And having that last thought process of, I could have done better, or I should have done better. Thought process of, what could I have done to help this person or change? It's for one, there's no reason to think like that, because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Guilting yourself. You can guilt yourself to death where you're in the same circumstance. But when I read the stories, the ones with all the girls that got swept away, that one just gripped my heart. I think it was like, at just that camp, I think it was 10 that had drowned, and then, or at least the last time I read it was like 20 some others have been swept away.
Yeah.
To be recovered.
So the last number that I have seen, I've not seen like all of, as far as like for that camp, but I know that for the flooding itself, the death toll is over 100.
Yeah.
And there's, I think there's still 9 or 10 of those girls as of the time that we're doing this recording.
Right.
Is still been, they still haven't been recovered. So again, not to make it heavy, we were laughing at the start, but that is, like I said, the prayers are for sure going out for those families and for the state of Texas alone.
The disasters that have hit our country this year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been said several times, I work in insurance, so I hear of all the things that's going on. You got all the wildfires that's happened in California. Now you have this flooding in Texas, the tornadoes that have come through Ohio and Kentucky,
hurricanes that hit prior to that.
Well, even the plane crashes and the helicopter crashes and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
which isn't natural disasters, but it's just crazy.
It just goes to show you that our time on this earth is quickly wrapping up.
Yeah.
And if there's ever been a time, day and hour for people to be getting ready for the return of our Lord and Savior, it's right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
They used to sing that song, I'm packing up, getting ready to go. There was a man one time, he got up and testified. He said, you better be packed up right now.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to be packing up when he returns.
Yeah. We gotta be ready. And I do think that everything we're seeing should get the church's attention, should get every Christian's attention. And if you're not ready, start really paying, really trying to get a different outlook on what's going on in your life.
Well, even not to get super political, but what's going on in the Middle East, everything that's going on, the wars and rumors of wars that have been happening, like the impending of World War III and all this stuff. I said it at church, there's 66 books in the Bible. 65 of them are of the past or things that have happened. Now there's some prophecy in the 65, but the 66th book in Revelations is yet to happen. And I think we're seeing the book of Revelations come to life before our very eyes. And that's a scary thing. And that's when you really need to look.
So again, like I said, not to make it heavy, we'll move on, but our prayers and our thoughts are out with all those.
Side note to all this stuff. Did you guys see that they were looking into these random storms that came through, and that they believe that the storms that happened there in Texas were because of cloud seeding?
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. There's been a lot of things about that right now.
What is that?
The day before so what it is I don't know if it's a public company or a private company or if it's the government one, but what it does is they launch chemicals into the sky to where I think it's mostly making the humidity so high that it forces the clouds to rain.
Yeah.
That's what it does.
They're doing something to areas because, the process of rain is you get the dissipation from the sun. Yeah. It builds up the humidity. It comes in, fills the clouds, and then it rains. And it's just that constant circle of life, right? So cloud seeding it's man making the conditions for rain. That's the best way to put it. But I have been reading where they're saying that the reason why they think hurricanes and stuff are becoming stronger is because of the the effects of cloud seeding.
So what people were recording a day before, and looking at like puddles on the ground in states prior to Texas, and they took video of these blue puddles on the ground, just all over the country for that. Wherever that storm was coming through, there was blue puddles all over, and they're saying that was a chemically induced rain.
I can imagine. I know that there's been stories of that, and they've said that cloud seeding happens they're doing it to stop from having to rely on the natural process of rain for crops and stuff to that nature.
I would assume it's for farming.
That's
and stuff.
that's what the whole purpose of it is.
Because farmers need snow in the winter and they need rain in the
but you're messing with the natural process of what God has already intended.
Yeah.
And every time that man tries to mess with the natural process of God, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, it just tends to.
So Wikipedia
backfire.
says cloud seeding is a type of weather modification that aims to change the amount or type of precipitation. It mitigates hail or disperse fog. Usual objective is to increase rain or snow, either for its own sake or to prevent precipitation from occurring in days later. So to cause an outpour to happen in a more remote place than it would be maybe in than crops or something like that. They use specific.
Seems like they use certain chemicals.
So they use silver iodide, potassium iodide, dry ice. I mean, it's an interesting thing to look at, but it's definitely playing God. I mean, when you're getting into trying to change the weather, and we can only do so much before nature has to take over. I mean, God has a way of making things with equilibrium.
Well, we can't control it.
No,
we can do things to alter, but in reality, we're not in control. That's the neatest thing about electrical, because people ask me. I'm an electrician by trade. I've always wanted to be an electrical engineer and all that stuff. And they ask me, how do you get an interest in that? And I always say it's because it's something that we utilize that we think we can control, but we're really not.
No,
all we're doing is we're giving it a path. But it's so volatile and it's so unpredictable that we think that we're controlling it, but we're really not. Even wiring up the houses and stuff like that, all we're doing is giving electricity a path. But if you watch sparks and if you watch like arcs and stuff to that nature, you don't control where that goes.
No.
It goes to whatever. That is resistance. Yeah. So we can do things to alter certain things, but we don't ever truly control it. It's really never a controlled function. So in something like this with cloud seeding, we can cause it to rain. I mean, they figured out how to cause it to rain, but they can't control the effects afterwards. No. It's one of those deals where you can make something happen, but you're never going to get me to believe that it's not going to have an adverse effect later on down the road. And I feel like that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, anything that man touches, it's going to happen.
And like I said, there's been a lot of theories on the hurricanes that's come, and they've been so powerful lately. All of this stuff, they liken it to this cloud seeding stuff to that nature. So it's crazy. It is a crazy
everything's
thing.
a hypothesis. You can't you have a theory and you do the testing, and but you never really know what the outcome is until the outcome happens.
Mm-hmm.
And that having rain in crazy places is the outcome of something they don't fully understand.
The greatest thing that I think we can look at that man has, and I don't say anything bad about it, because I believe that God is the one that gives man the knowledge to be able to do certain things. So something that we can think that man has a hand in is medicine. All right. God has given man the knowledge, certain medical breakthroughs, and they give you medicine for certain things. But have you ever noticed that, I have a cough. So, I have this medicine they give me for a cough, but the side effects that happen,
the cough.
Sometimes the side effects are worse than the actual symptom. I mean, how much did you ever think? And I've even asked my wife this, like just off the blue. How in the world can a medicine give you suicide tendencies? But that's what you're dealing with, because anything that man tries to do, there's always going to be adverse
Right.
effects.
Well, obviously, God has his own science.
Yeah.
You know, the things that we have spiritual connections to and stuff like that too. But it also, the chemicals that are inside our body, obviously God knows how that works to get our brains to work. So you alter anything to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about medicine, I mean, even in scripture, it talks about, and it's not clarified as what medicine is, but when it talks about how, it talks about the Lord and Christ being, the lily of the valley and the rose of Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is so cool. It's one of the greatest things I ever found in my studies is that those those plants are used specifically as heart medication.
Yeah.
So they're already telling you that Jesus can fix your heart,
Yeah.
your spiritual heart.
Yeah. It's wonderful what you get when you do word study in
Yeah.
scripture.
I mean, it's when I read that, I was like,
Yeah.
blowing mine. I was right there for it. All right, I know this kind of went off the rails here, but I do want to do this last part because this is my favorite segment of the whole show. But what gets your guys' goat?
You got to go
Right,
first.
yeah.
I got to go first. Okay.
Brother Ryan has been, ever since we sat down to study, he's like, guys, I can't wait for that. Gets
Okay.
my goat. I can't wait.
I will tell you right now what gets my goat. Electronic answering services. When you're calling customer service and you get that stupid voice that sits there and it says, "Hi, tell me in a word what you want to deal with and I can help you." And you sit here and you're like, "Okay, I can say we were looking at something in our house." And that's what this came up to. So we're talking to our home loan people, but you can't get a real person, because you have to talk to this automated AI voice. And it says, for this, press this number. For this, press this number. For this. So finally, when you find the number that you got to push, guess what you get?
Automated.
Another automated voice that says in a phrase, and you can say this, or you can say this, or you can say this. So do you know my response?
Customer service.
Representative. Every time. Representative. This one particular AI contraption said, "We will like to get you to a representative, but I can do this to help you. Tell me what it's." So I'd say, "Representative, we can get you to a representative." I know that I by the time that I got on to where I was at that, I felt like Jonathan. I was screaming at this stupid, not live
You're
voice.
just as useless as escalators.
Oh, I was like, this is, look, I'm dead serious. Like, sanctification was really something that I had to pray the Lord help me with on this day, because I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever had to deal with. Representative. We can get you to a representative, but we need to know. And I'm like, yeah. So what gets my goat and what makes me mad more now than ever before is electronic phone services. I cannot stand it. I want to take a stick of dynamite to that whole set, put a real voice on there. Let me talk to somebody real, and we'll move from there. Get the robots off the phone. And now they call you.
Yeah. Getting all the spam.
Yeah. It's not just you have to talk to them to give them your problem. They call you to make you more aggravated.
If you would like to get Brother Sean Brumfield's What Gets Your Goat,
Yeah.
please press 1.
Yeah. So that's what gets my goat. That right there infuriates me to no end.
Automated phone.
I can understand that, because the thing is that's why I have Mariah call all those places now, because I get so frustrated. But I find her she's like, customer service.
Yeah.
Customer service.
So for the longest,
just let me talk to somebody, please.
for the longest time, if my wife was doing research for something and it takes a phone number, for the longest time she was giving them my number, and so I would just get random phone calls, like, "So you were looking into this?" And I'm like, "No, no, I wasn't. I have no idea what you're talking about." And come to find out, it would be my wife who just happened to look at something. One time, we were not living where we're at now. We were living in a different house, and she was curious about a different place to live. And she was looking at a house, and she ended up like really interested in a house without talking to me. And so I had a realtor calling me, and I was like, my house isn't up for, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, we got this, that you were interested in this. And I was like, no, but guess what happened? By the time the weekend was over, we ended up putting our house on the market because she really wanted us, that's literally how it happened on that specific thing.
I believe that 100%.
But yeah, so automotive, man, I can't take it anymore.
To be honest, I get behind that. And call center services just in general where you can't understand who you're talking to.
Yeah, we have to ask.
This is John.
So there's
I don't think your name's John.
Yeah, there's one time I asked specifically for somebody. I told this individual because I was so frustrated. When I finally got customer service, I couldn't understand what they were saying. And finally I was like, look, I don't understand a word you're saying. Can you give me somebody that can speak clear English? And I got somebody that spoke worse than the person I was dealing with the first time.
That doesn't surprise me.
That's so brutal.
That's what gets my goat. Automatic phone services.
That's a good one. I'll give you that. You can go ahead and go next.
Mine are going to be hardware representatives. Like when you go to Lowe's and they got those guys walking around and you're like, hey, I really need this shut-off valve for this water heater. I need the automatic one for the heat. And they're like, for the pressure gets too high, the heat gets too high. Yeah, sure, I'm going to take it over here. PVC valve. No, that's not what I needed, bud. Like, I need one for my water heater. Oh, that's over here. Oh, that's just a tank valve. Like, I need something. So I think I'll tell you. Well, I'll save it for goated. But yeah, those people who are hired up there, which they absolutely have no aptitude test, right? They're just going there because they need a job.
Their bodies.
Yeah.
They're a warm-blooded, breathing individual.
Yeah.
But I like for instance, and well, you know about this. So we went to go buy the edge guard for stair caps, right?
Mm-hmm.
They only sell 12-foot pieces. I have a Jeep. I cannot fit a 12-foot thing in my Jeep. So I go up to them like, I'm going to buy this whole bar, but can you guys cut it in half? No, there's safety reasons why we can't cut that. I'm like, you guys cut rebar, and that's way more dangerous than what I've got here, and you guys cut chains. No, we're not going to do that. So finally I found a guy who would sneak and go get a pair of snips and cut it for me. But yeah, those guys are useless. They're absolutely useless. I just want to be like, I know more than you do.
Yeah.
And just walk off. Just go.
So what gets my goat? Coming back from vacation. Just that whole experience. I was on vacation last week, and I was coming back and getting just the feeling of having to get up and go back to work after you've had a really nice vacation. That feeling is horrible. And
it can be depressing.
It makes me genuinely sad. Like, I get sad because you enjoy the time with your family, you enjoy that, and it's coming to an end, and then you get back to life and you get back. And to be honest, this is more of an extension. I don't like 5-day work weeks. I feel like we should have more days off instead of working less, because you need to be able to spend more time with your family and friends and fellowship and life. You spend all of your life working and you don't get hardly any free time. So I think what gets my goat is ending vacations and 5-day work weeks.
Well, you can take that up with Adam and Eve.
Yeah, it's his. Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand that I have to work. I'm not, please don't misunderstand me, but like, I just want to spend more time with my kids.
Okay. When you say 4-day work week, 4 10s or like 4 8s, what are you saying? Like still 40 hours?
Whatever is the best way to get me 4 work days. I get it.
So my thing with the 4 10s is, like, I get it, but because it's always nice to say that you could possibly have Friday or Monday off, however that works out. Most of the times it's Monday through Thursday you're working 4 10s. But Monday through Thursday, if I'm working 10-hour days, and I've done it before, like, I don't have any unction to do anything when I get done working a 10-hour shift. Like, so...
Oh, I don't mind 10 or 12s.
I guess it depends on what line of work you do. If you're doing that in construction and you're working outside all day or something like that, like I didn't... It drains you.
I'm just saying less that...
They also say...
that we almost spend too much time working and not enough time with things that that matter more.
So on a little side note, just a question: when you're on vacation, Do you find that when it is time to go home, like your vacation's ending, do you get to where you're like, okay, I'm ready to be home?
Absolutely.
So yeah, you want your own bed and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I'm ready to go back to work.
We'll even get my shower, like my own. So like where we were at the campsite, we stayed in a cabin, and the shower worked, and it was nice, and it was a nice air conditioned cabin. It was very nice, but the bed was way too soft.
So you
in
went
the
glamping.
Yeah, it wasn't really camping, but it was. But when you were outside, it was a blistering 100 degrees. It was hot, and you tried not to stay in the cabin or whatever. But it was a good time. But I think I was missing my shower more than anything, because the shower they had there didn't have the water pressure that I need. I want my water pressure to like basically peel my skin off when I shower. So, but yeah, that's what gets my goat, is coming home from vacation, like, and having to go back to work.
Yeah.
That
So-
feeling is just not great.
So I find that when it's time to come home, I'm ready to come home. Like,
Yeah, I want to be home.
I'm ready to come. Not necessarily ready to start work the next day, but I'm ready to come home. Let's get on the road. Let's get it done. Let's get home. Let's,
Well, that I did normally, like when we go to Tennessee, because that's usually where we vacation.
mhm.
That's the way I am in the morning. I'm sad about leaving,
Mhm.
but I'm like, let's get on the road and let's get going, because it's a 6-7 hour drive depending on how
Yeah.
fast you go. We were in New Paris, which is literally 35 minutes from my house. So that like, it was just like a drive.
Yeah.
It was just like a drive to your house from my house,
Yeah.
basically. And it was sad. Like, that was just like, man, I'm sad to do, because I had a great time with Mariah and the kids. Like, they got to go swimming. There was a pool at this place. It's a super nice little campground. They had a pool, and it was just a great week. There was a lot of our church people were there,
Mhm.
just in my family. Some other family was there. It was just a great time.
Mhm.
And it was just like, man, it's sad that it's over.
I also find that I get home faster than I do getting
Every
to the
time.
place.
every time.
When I'm heading to the place of vacation, I don't. But when I, am heading home, I get there faster.
So
By the time I hate a full week. I cannot. That drives me nuts to go a full week on vacation, because I'm tired by the end of the week. Like, I'm done. I don't want to be out that long.
Yeah.
so what's goated?
Goated to me is good customer service, period. And I'm not just talking to a human being. I'm talking actual good, like somebody
Who knows what
isn't
they're talking about?
somebody isn't just there. And it's all the way around, from medical, from Lowe's to getting your cheeseburger out the window. It goes a long way if somebody just kind of smiles and says, "Have a good day."
Yeah, absolutely.
As overrated as I think that Chick-fil-A is, their customer service is bar none. And that's the reason why I'll continue to go there. Not necessarily because their food is good. To me, I think their food is mediocre, but their customer service
5 stars.
is
And they're quick.
you can't beat
That's
their
why they're
customer
5
service.
stars.
Like it's always their pleasure to serve you. They're there. I mean, it's their job. They're getting paid to do it, but they're there to service you.
And I will say this: I know their items are very, like, speaking of Chick-fil-A specifically, their order, like, items aren't super specific, but I've never got my order wrong when I went there.
Mm-mm. Customer service, good customer service will be, to me, one of the most goated things in this world, hands down.
Goated to me are stores that have apps that tell you exactly where everything is in the store.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when those incompetent guys from Lowe's are walking around trying to show me where things are, I can just be like, I got it right here.
Yeah, and it
It's-
tells you the
It's
aisle
aisle
and
26,
the section of the aisle.
and it's bay 17, third shelf to be specific.
yeah,
And same thing for like Walmart.
Yeah.
You know how many times my wife sends me to get stuff at Walmart, and I'm like, I don't know where this is. I mean, like the stuff that should be in laundry is in pharmacy. The stuff that should be in pharmacy is over here in the camping stuff.
Mhm.
And you're like, what in the world? Like, you
There's
guys
no
have
rhyme or reason.
yeah, you have organization for a reason. Can we do that? So
they do that. That's their organization. Do you know why? So it gets you to go to
Somewhere
different
else.
places of
Yeah.
the store. That's what causes you to buy the stuff that you don't need.
oh,
That's
yeah,
why
I
milk's
could-
in the back of every grocery store.
I could really use this.
I didn't come to the store to buy hot dog skewers, but hey, while I'm here,
Oh man, look, there's the
Yeah.
Tylenol. You know
Yeah.
what? I could use a 6-person tent.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
Alright.
no, I agree. Those apps
Yeah,
are
the apps
amazing.
are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's goated to me? I didn't even think about this really.
that's because you're a negative person.
Good. Yeah, whatever. Good fellowship. That's goated to me.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of the vacation, we just it was a super, like I said, I obviously loved my vacation. It was just a super good week, good time of fellowship. We sat around and ate and just talked and reminisced and laughed, and it was great. So for me, what's goated is great fellowship with great people, like what we do here.
Yeah,
Yeah, we need to put more food in this podcast.
Yeah, like we don't talk about it every
No. I
episode.
mean like snacking.
like snacking. Yeah, I think we can do with some
Do it.
more jalapeno
Beef jerky.
beef jerky.
do some more ASMR, like ASMR stuff with snacking.
Hear this pop of corn. Crunch.
Nah, you guys can eat all the popcorn.
Get me out. Get me out.
Well, hopefully you enjoyed this disorganized podcast as much as we hate disorganized stores. And let us know what you think about it. You can send us an email at pulpittothepew@gmail.com. Send us a text or comment on whatever host you're listening to. So thanks for checking in, guys. We'll see you.
See ya.
See you later.